I'll get another camera. Like in the meantime, I'll get like a 1080p webcam so that I can at least.
So
I'm
you don't
not.
look like shit. So your shot don't look like shit because you moved on us. So,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll do that.
yo,
That's what
bro.
I'll
But
do.
I was about to tell y'all before we got off air.
Oh
Y'all see the
shit.
motherfucker that
Here we go.
act like he was in a wheelchair to get close to the Mona Lisa and then smash the bitch with a cake? The
I
paper.
did.
Oh, I
I
did
saw
see
the
that.
end of that. I didn't know what
This,
it was, but I
And
saw
they
the end of
gripped
that.
him up. I
that
seen
was
when they gripped him up after he hit
that's
him.
legit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like,
I don't know.
motherfuckers that mad at the world? Like,
I
the
mean,
painting did nothing.
we can have a real conversation
Go
about
ahead.
it, unless you
This
wanted to joke.
no,
You
no, 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 no,
know,
no, 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 no. They get a conversation. I'm asking you a serious, legit question. Like,
the
what the fuck is wrong?
problem with the world is social media. Let me explain. The
Explain.
reason why the problem with the world is social media and the internet is because now whatever crazy thing someone does, I have to one up it. I have to do it for the show, which means I'll give you an example. Yo, you disrespected me. Instead of beating you up on site or doing something to you, I'm going to go grab a phone camera, tell somebody to record me smacking your mother. You
You know,
understand?
yeah, I understand. You know what's about to happen though? For real shit, real shit. They're about to what they're about to do because social media is so much out of pocket with people doing these videos. They're gonna make like a viral video law. Like if
Hmm.
you're gonna be in like a mandatory 5 years in jail or prison, which I wouldn't be mad at because then now your videos will only be able to harm yourself. But if you do something like fucking smashing the cake into a Mona Lisa or defacing something on Facebook, I'm not mad. Did you go to jail for 5 years? You want to be stupid enough to be on camera to do
Go to
some
jail.
shit like that? Sit for 5 years. Now protect your ass over the next 5 years. What you in here for?
Go
Are
to
you
jail.
I
are
met
you
a
actually
violence.
upset that someone defaced the Mona Lisa?
I'm not. I'm not upset at somebody
It's the
defaced the Mona
implications.
Lisa. I'm upset that people is taking this like people are doing too much dumb shit with
Cloud
this
chasing.
social media shit. Like before, it was just the dude like jackass with a camcorder and telling people not to do it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it just people got famous off. They got fame off of
Cloud
that.
chasing.
Yeah, but now people are just taking shit too far. Like, what the fuck did the Mona Lisa do to you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you know what I mean? The next step is
I tell you, Mona.
yeah, the next step is like something like say if somebody went to like an all black wax museum and somebody a kid thought it would be funny to knock a wax figure off or like of important. I'm just speaking for my people in general. Something that we will hold dear to us. They go to face something, some black historical monument just for fame. Like it's just like at some point they gotta start checking these fucking kids. Like if not, like I can't wait till I die at 80 because by that time they be damn near close blowing the world up. You know?
Listen, I can tell you this right now. It's not going to get any better. There is a level of one-upsmanship on the internet that people will continue to go on. Like it's just like anything. It's rap, right?
Yeah.
Let's go with rap. And the videos with rap and the accessibility to the videos with rap. And I believe I heard Charleston, whatever his name is, the guy is real
Charleston White.
country. Yeah,
Charleston White.
I heard
Yeah.
him talking about it, and it's the truth. He was like, "Yo, the dude Fulio went to the dude's grave site and did a video."
Yeah. I
But
seen that.
that's what this is. It's like, well, how can I top guns in my video? I know. Let me do the most disrespectful thing I could possibly do, other than going to shoot his family up. I'm gonna go to his gravesite and do a video doing this and doing that and doing this, throwing money and all this craziness. I was watching a video earlier of a dude. I don't know if it's rented. He was in a Lamborghini. He count like it's all for the show,
Yeah.
but he can do it. But it's all for the show. Maybe the Lamborghini was rented. Who knows? He's counting money in the Lamborghini while he's driving it. Throws it up it's a drop top. Throws it up in the air. Skirts off. Counts more. Throws it up in the air. It's all a show, and everybody has to top the next person. It will never end until the world is done.
Yeah, I mean, just me personally, social media is like starting to fucking it was cool at first, but it's like it's so fucking new. Like it's like people say, it's so new. Nobody has any way of setting guidelines for people to follow. It's not like, it's not like television that been around for what about 60 years? I just say I don't know, 60 years, but they,
with censors.
Yeah, they went through their trials and errors, because before, if you watch Sanford and Son, they were saying nigga and honky, cracker, all types of shit. The blackface, all that shit.
Well,
So they
like
realized the people they was targeting, so they started censoring. Like, look, all right, this is where we fucked up. Let's fix this and make it a little bit better. Let's tighten this up. That's what's going to eventually happen to social media. I think what's going to happen is they're either going to make a law that you get locked up in jail, or if your viral video looks like people are going to keep trying to follow your trend. When you post that video, you'll automatically get banned. If you repost the video, that video will automatically get your account banned. So it'll be like, yo, it's a dark web thing. Like, I'm not searching the dark web for information, but
Nigga, do you see the shit that goes on Facebook that
Yeah,
they
I know.
allow?
bro,
Like, I
listen,
done seen people get murdered. I done seen people get hit by cars.
nah,
And those videos tend to just stay up there for the longest, so people can say, "Have you seen it?"
nah.
You know what I mean?
I posted a picture of that thing Momo, because I said this chick looked like the Momo, like she was dancing, but she looked like the Momo Joan. They flagged my shit immediately. You're promoting because that Momo character was promoting
that Momo was it was a
video promoting
national,
suicide. Yeah,
it was a national thing. You know what I mean?
So we don't encourage suicide. Anybody that's feeling suicidal, please call the suicide hotline. Speak to somebody, man. People out there that love you and care about you. But we don't promote that shit here.
Now let's talk about another video that should have been flagged.
What's up? Go ahead.
That's what I thought you was going to bring up, because we all saw it and was like,
go ahead.
The video on the So Damn Opinionated page where there's a person dancing and something was not right.
Oh, you talking about them grapes?
Yes. Immediately everybody, because you look, and let's keep it real, you like, oh, what's this? They about to do a dance. And you see that, you're like, oh!
Hey, yo, immediately.
Immediately.
As soon as I clicked on the video, I knew something wasn't right.
Something was off.
The pants immediately, and I was like, no. So I showed a family member of mine. I was like, yo, check this out. He was like, oh, she nice. I was like, oh, you like that? He was like, yeah, what's wrong with her? I'll say, here, take the phone. Take a phone and analyze the whole video, analyze her. And it took him a couple minutes. He was like, oh, hell no. Oh, my God. What the hell?
Minutes?
Dude. That's the first 30 seconds.
He was like, I was looking at the right one for a minute. And then as I started doing the left one, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Something's wrong.
She's got a tree and coconuts.
But that's the thing.
Out of her shorts.
Yo, I can't dance like that on the internet, bro. Like, I don't care who you are. I can't dance like that on the internet with my whole whole stuff meat out.
Yes, you can. They ain't gonna stop you from. They're not gonna flag
bro.
You can do it, Dre.
Let enough people report
as
that.
Long as as long as it's in your shorts and it's not actually. It was just a dick print, so you be all right.
Yeah,
a woman's dick print.
You can go ahead. You want to go on there and then shake your dick print around. Go ahead, Dre. Nobody's gonna stop you. You know what I mean?
New name of the episode: shaking your dick print.
Knock yourself out, bro.
You came up with that while you were smoking,
bro.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Bro.
I know you weren't, but it's still funny to bring up,
bro.
It is funny,
bro.
It's funny,
bro. That's all
bro.
bro. Niggas lose their job for less now.
I'm kidding. We know you don't do that at all. But nah, that's what the video I thought you was gonna bring up, and I was like, yo, as soon as you bring it up, I know what it is, because my wife, like, she was near me when I like turned it on, because you get the alert. She was like, oh, somebody posted something. Boom. So she was like, oh yeah, that's such and such. She be doing that all the time. I'm like, you know this person? Yeah, she do that all the time. And she was like, guess who all the people that like it?
brothers?
Men.
It's
And I
men
was
out there.
like,
It's men out
whatever they like is what they like, but that's
It's
all
men
right.
out there, bro. Don't get it twisted, dog. Like jokers is out there that like that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got the best of both worlds. They got they got their closet fantasy, and they got what they can show off in real life. When they with their homies, they tuck
Nah, bro.
and smuggle.
Nah,
When they
bro.
at the crib, it's all hanging out.
You spotting them on listen, you spotting them.
You would
When you know when it's something not quite right in the face, you like, yo, 5 o'clock shadow looking crazy, yo. Your girl got some glandular issues or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know when something ain't right.
You looked at the picture. If you wouldn't have scrolled down, if you would have only seen half that shot, you'd be like, damn. And then like say if they shot it where you only seen the top half, you'd be like, damn. And then at the last 2 seconds of the video, they just scroll down and zoom in like, bam, bam, bam.
It's a problem. It's a problem. You're caught. But perception is what it is. Like you could do that. I'm not saying that a person looking at that saying like in the first glance, like, oh, okay. No, I'm talking about the motherfuckers who know who that is.
Oh yeah, Dre.
And like, yo, that's Janelle Monáe. I don't know. I was supposed to say Janelle Monáe. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to come up with a name.
Definitely not.
That's Francesca. I don't know. Like I'm trying to come up with a name, but that's such and such. Yeah, I like when she get them eggs shaking.
Hey, bro, listen, it's 2022. Niggas is free to do whatever they want nowadays. They just, you know what I'm saying?
Look, got a whole breakfast sandwich down there. She got the eggs in the sausage.
Scramble.
Hey, bro. But that's like the nigga that's built like a question mark. That's all. The chick that's built. Whatever. I don't know how. I don't want to use the incorrect term, but he all bent or she's all bent the fuck up.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
That motherfucker look like a crushed soda can. You know what I'm saying? It got a whole nigga with him. Like niggas. I don't know if it's for clout, but you got a nigga that loves it.
I don't know, man. If you like, hey, let's be clear. If you like that, you like that. But I'm talking about the guys who want, they talking all this craziness, but that's what they like on the chill.
It's always the niggas that try to bash them the hardest that fucks with them, that fucks with
be caught
that community on the low. You don't gotta back. Like, listen,
not talking about Eddie Murphy. Don't worry about that. Not talking about Charles Barkley. Don't worry about that.
Like, it's. I've always been in the mindset. If you happy, live your life. As long as you're not killing other fuckers or affecting other people. Give a fuck with you, man.
What's my man from New York on the cut? We're not talking about Malik Yoba.
Malik Yoba likes it though.
We're not talking about that. You know what I mean?
But don't go out. Oh, fuck a motherfucker up. If I found out, I'm thinking it's a woman, it's a man. Like, bro, you was looking for that. Like your secret got exposed. It's 2022. Don't. We done. We passed that. Just live your life. You know what I'm saying? Go live your life. Live your happiness.
That episode of Atlanta when he was in jail. And the dude was talking to the girl, the quote unquote a girl, and he was like, "Man, I ain't seen you in mad long." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Man, baby, I miss you." Da da da. He was like, "That ain't no
this
man.
That's my girl.
That ain't a woman. That's a man." He was like, "Nah, that's my girl." Man, this is a man's jail. If she was a woman, she'd be on the other side. Nigga, you gay.
And then he said, I'm gonna stab your ass when we get upstairs, old man. He said, jokes was over then.
Yeah,
but that's one of the leading reasons why they also, which I do not condone any of this stuff, but while the like murders of that community like are up or they come up because it's guys who don't want to be found out. That maybe the person will out them or maybe whatever's going on. Or if they find out that person wasn't what they was advertised, motherfuckers get killed. And I think that's crazy. Like, it's all crazy, bro. It's all crazy.
And to that, I say, if you don't want to get outed, then stay out of it. Don't go. That's what I don't like. I don't want to see nobody get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see no. If you went looking for that and you got what you wanted, now you're scared of getting out. Don't hurt nobody.
What you think about Young Buck?
What Young
Similar,
Buck did?
a similar situation happened to him.
Yeah, he was. I guess he was loving that, and then got outed, and now
He got outed.
and he wants to be mad. Like, bro, that's what you just live your life. Fuck
We ain't
it.
talking about Jazzy Faye.
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck you want?
We not talking about Bobby Valentino. We're not talking about Bobby Valentino.
Damn, I ain't heard that
We're
one.
not, but we're not talking about them. You know what I mean?
Saying,
We can't.
Just go live your life. It's like
Because I want to know now. You gonna have to tell me something after the episode.
No, it's a lot.
I've been in the dark.
It's a lot of dudes that's been a thing. Now you'll never know if they've been caught out there, meaning like they went to because guess what? We gonna get to the topic, but here's the thing. There's we talked about this already. There's a prostitute culture that is very embraced by a lot of these famous guys. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like very embraced. Like I'm in town, right? I'm in town. I got a couple of dollars. I want to spend a night with a young lady who has to like me. You get what I'm saying? I want to spend my time with someone who, you can't go nowhere.
They talk about all the time. Buying bitches Birkins, spending racks, doing this and the third. That's prostitution, bruh. I don't care how you look at it. Yeah, you call it, I'm getting them a gift, but people give money as gift too.
Tricking.
You know so that's what it is. It's tricking, bro. That's prostitution, bro. You're paying for the pussy.
And the thing is, with that, right? With that prostitution also comes the other prostitutes. Because there's the lady prostitutes and there's the not so lady prostitutes.
That's what happened to Teddy Pendergrass. He got caught in the car and got in a wreck.
Teddy pinned her ass down.
Oh, too soon.
He turned off
50 years ago. Too soon.
He turned the lights off. He turned the lights off. Don't flash the cameras. No, listen, you turn
them off.
Listen, bro. If that's what you sign up for, then you sign up for it all the way. Don't hurt nobody.
Well, you like what you like, and then if you want to hide what you like, and then you get caught, then that's really on you.
Would that be considered a kink? Because let me ask y'all a question. Yeah. When you think about like kinks, right? Like, because everybody has them. You can have little kinks. You can like your toes played with. You can like your hair played with, or you can like getting hot candles.
That's hot candle wax dripped on you. Sexual preference.
Well, all right. What
both sexes? Because there ain't nothing kinky about you. Would you call it a kink if you thought that? If you like to play with other men's balls, is that a kink?
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, listen,
because it's a deeper conversation that I don't know if I have the knowledge, but
I don't think it's a kink. Is like a kink is like, oh, he likes doing something a little extra with his partner. But that's a whole different type of partner. That's an opposite sex. No, like playing with your girl's booty hole, or if your girl's playing with her husband's booty hole, if a girl's playing with her girl's booty hole, if a dude is playing with his dude's booty hole, that's kinky stuff. But if you didn't like men, or you tell people that you don't like men, but you go out and you find a transgender woman, that's not kinky. That's you liking the opposite sex.
That's a fetish.
Fetish.
There you go. That's the proper term.
So maybe let's say that. Maybe let's say fetish. All right.
I would like to get somebody from the
LGBTQ plus.
Listen, if I butchered it, I butchered. I'm sorry. But I just want to just talk to somebody. I want some knowledge. I need them to drop some knowledge. That would be helpful. I really would like for us to do that so we can have this conversation, because it's not that we're trying to be, I'm too straight. I'm too straight to think about that, because I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm a happily married man. I'm good. What I'm saying is, I don't know, if it would be considered a kink, or excuse me, a fetish, and not a sexual preference, because you got people who will date. Or I mean, I'm not gonna say date. They will. It was the thing with Malik Yoba when he did that interview. He was fetishizing them, not necessarily saying like, "Nah, this is my girl. We love each other." Nah, it was like fetishized. Like, nah, I like to dibble and dabble, but who I marry is gonna be a woman. Who I marry is gonna be.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's so we don't get ourselves wrapped in
No. We in it now.
They canceling motherfuckers, yeah.
Bro, we in it right now. This is an honest conversation.
Yeah, we're not negative or derogatory statements. We're actually speaking what we don't know. We're actually just conversing about stuff that we're trying to just figure out, not
That's it.
putting somebody down about it. You like what you like. You know what I'm saying?
I say that, but let me rephrase what I'm saying because today, because we were talking earlier about social media, everybody wants to fucking dog pile on people when they say something they don't like instead of fucking having an honest conversation.
Well, that's what we do.
You have an honest conversation. That's what we trying to do. Have an honest conversation. Motherfuckers got to see that instead of always, oh, you said what? I'm getting on fucking Twitter. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, do something with your life instead of fucking scrolling through Twitter.
You're just gonna offend them more, right?
No, I'm not offended. I'm offended. I'm always gonna attack. I'm always gonna attack cancel culture because that is not. You know what I'm saying? If what I hate about it is like, yo, y'all should be attacking people that are causing other people to do physical harm to other people. You want to cancel them, cool. But don't cancel the person who just has a thought and it's not really hurting anybody with your feelings.
How would we get educated? Now, this is what we're talking about today. How would we get educated unless we ask questions and have conversations? Now, yes, I really would like to we had a conversation about all this stuff too. Like we had our Pride episode. If you haven't checked that out, please go back and check that. It's a really good episode. We have the gay approval. So we do have gay approval. We got gay approval. Anyway, so when it comes to this particular topic, I think they say sex is a spectrum, right? You know what I'm saying? You also got people who are, I don't know if you want to call it polyamorous, who
what is that?
They like them all. They like them all. Like you could be man, woman, trans woman, whatever. And it's like, nah, come on. Remember that Dave Chappelle skit with the queer? The term he used that goes into LGBTQ is queer, where the dude's just like, I don't know where I'm going. Only thing I know is I really want to be in this car, and it was all the members of the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
So it's like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what polyamorous is. You ever come across anybody that might be?
Nah, never. I don't even.
Kev, you don't have to be uncomfortable, man. Loosen up. It's okay.
I know how the fuck. I don't know nobody. I'm not getting. I'm
man,
not tight about any subject. I talk about every fucking day.
Just embrace the rainbow, bro.
I do. I love Skittles.
That's another name for a gay man. No, I'm joking. I want you to not be uncomfortable about it.
No, I'm not
about the conversation.
No,
I'm kidding.
You asked me a question. I'm seriously thinking like, no, I don't. I can't say I do. Maybe
I don't either, but it is quite an interesting thought, though, right?
Yeah, I mean,
what's in your brain? You know what I mean?
But you understand like this stuff, like the whole that came like thousands of years ago. That was like normal in like cities like Rome and shit. They would everybody was fucking.
Remember, what's that show we liked? You know it. Oh fuck, he was a gladiator.
Oh, Spartacus.
Spartacus. That was in that.
Everybody's fucking.
What's the other shit? Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Like fucking each other, their family members, all that shit.
Crazy.
Exactly. It was a hole in the air. It was getting stuffed with something.
Yeah. That's kind of what it is. What was that show?
Imagine if they had donuts back then. Holy moly. Literally.
Hey. Them niggas was like a pile of snakes fucking. Like wherever dick fell in and slipped in there, that's where it slipped in. Everybody in the bed doing whatever, but dick slipped in somewhere.
I don't think he realized what he said. I don't think he realized it.
A bed of snakes. I said.
No, you said something else.
What'd I say?
You said it wasn't a bundle, so that's all we got to worry about.
Oh.
You said a pile of sticks.
A pile of snakes.
Oh, I thought you said a pile of sticks. And I was like, as long as you didn't say a bundle, we're good.
No, a pile of snakes. Like just you ever see a pile, they be all entwined. So they be like 6 or 7, 12 motherfuckers on the bed. And whatever is open, you open your mouth, you open your ass,
crazy.
you open your pussy, it's getting filled with something.
That's
something getting stuck in there,
crazy.
whether it's a titty, meat, whatever, a finger. You just like, oh,
Whether it's titty meat.
You know what's you know what's funny? And then sexually transmitted diseases like became prevalent like more around now. Why is that?
it's because
The
these
government.
niggas got too crazy and
Think
started
about that.
fucking monkeys, though.
See, all right.
No. Listen.
I don't want to.
No, because it's most of these diseases. Some of these diseases existed in animals as sexually. Certain diseases were sexually transmitted between animals.
You watch Outbreak too much, right?
Not outbreak, dude. You can go research some of these. Some diseases are genetically. Nigga, AIDS was in monkeys. Somehow transferred to humans. Fucking. Let me caution myself, but
You sure, bro?
the coronavirus was a disease that used to attack. That's why they had for animals or horses. I don't know, but do your own research. But I listen, whatever.
Please, because we wouldn't know where
Yeah, but
AIDS
I'm saying, like these diseases traveled, bro. Listen, I had an uncle. I had an uncle tell me a story about another uncle from a long time ago. This is really long time ago. Like my family's gonna kill me, but they don't know this nigga name, so I ain't gonna mention his name. But he's been dead for a long time. But he was on a horse farm brushing a horse. And the horse got frisky. He was a female horse. He brushed the horse, and the horse backed up on him. He tried to fuck the horse and have enough dick for the horse.
I don't believe
Put
it.
his
I don't
arm
believe
in there.
anything you're saying.
I'm dead ass.
I don't believe
dog.
that.
No, that legit happened. I got told the story of that because the original person told the story to somebody else, and they just relayed it to me. This person is long been gone. It's just like that's what happened. They was, yo. You ever know why cowboy boots are so high?
Why?
So
snake
when
bites?
they fuck a sheep, they can stick their feet in the boot so they can't run away.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's where we're getting our information from. Is this guy? That's where we're getting our information from.
Yo,
You know how high a horse's ass is, by the way?
I'm trying to tell you, this is a legit story. This ain't no bullshit. This is a
don't
family
think
member
so.
telling me a story from another family member that he told him.
Yeah, but I hate to break it to you.
All
They
right.
were lying.
Cool. Next time you come to one of my cookouts, I'm gonna have the story told to you.
That's okay. And I'm going to tell that person they're a liar because that is lies, bro. You know how high a horse's shit is? You can't.
Niggas can stand dog. They make steps and ladders. You act like them shits don't exist.
So what you telling me is they made
I'm just saying,
cowboy boots high so they can fuck
we
sheep.
we're gonna act like there's not a porn genre of niggas just fucking animals. Like the lady, I seen a lady fuck a pig before.
Did she have cowboy boots on?
Nah, that pig was just running up in her.
What?
Yes. Let's just get back to this. Let's just get back.
I didn't know what to say to that. I had to leave that one there.
Let's reel the podcast back in. Let's reel it in because we just went like completely left.
I just think that there's a real conversation to be had about what is fetish and what is
kinky
and what is just straight like
preference.
What you know what I mean? Like
so
sexual.
What do you call motherfuckers that like underage girls that like fucking around with like
a pedophile. I didn't want to take it there, bro. I wanted to literally go to the other way, but we could do this. I like the way you weave that in. Yeah. Yes, they are pedophiles and they should be castrated.
Bro, how many times in high school did you ever talk to a girl like, yeah, they be like in the 10th grade, yeah, my boyfriend's 27.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I used to always say, like, yo, how small is his dick got to be messing with a little 13-year-old that he can't get a girl that's 27? That's facts, though.
I'm going to respond because I like what you said. That was correct. That's what we all thought. But let me ask you a question, and both of y'all know somebody who did that though. Mm-hmm. Like I know people who like you don't think about it when they're doing it. But we all know somebody who's done it, right? Mm-hmm. Why don't we consider them pedophiles?
I don't even think we thought about it like that at the time.
Yo,
you knew somebody like when because that was more like when we were younger, not when we were like our age now, or even within the last 5 years. That was more like right out of high school type situation, or you know what I mean, something like that. But I've never known somebody who was my age and was dating somebody who was under 18.
Let's let's define that for the people who might not know, because I feel
I
like
know.
some of our audience might not know what we're talking about when it comes to that. Now, we were all, like Kev said, in high school, and there was always a girl that had a dude coming to pick her up, right, in a full blown car. He wasn't in high school. He wasn't a drug dealer. He wasn't a dropout. Some grown man might have had a car seat in the back. Who knows? But it was a grown man coming to pick up this little girl, and that was her boyfriend.
This person gonna kill me too, but I ain't gonna mention her
Don't
name.
mention names. Yeah.
But she said she lost her virginity to. She was 14, lost her virginity to a man that was 36.
Yep. There you go. Right
I
there.
know this person. Like I know this person. I'm like, when she told me the story, I'm like, yo, he's a fucking rapist. Well, we were just, I like this son, but then the dad, like, yeah, what? Exactly.
He should
You
be
know
in
what I'm
jail.
saying?
He should
You
be
know,
in jail.
he should be in jail because it's like you're a fucking, you're a fucking, you're a molester. That's a little kid. That's what I don't listen, bro. Real shit. Like my girl, right? My wife now, me and her 4 years apart. But she used to hang with my brothers and all them and shit like that. And she was like, and at the time I'm like 21, so we 4 years. What she like? I'm doing the math here. I'm fucking up.
Yeah, do the math before you
17,
say.
17.
17, right? So 17. She was like, you never seen me when I was hanging around
He
with
didn't.
y'all?
He didn't mess with her when she
Nah,
was
I
a
didn't.
teenager at
She was
all.
like, no, I didn't talk to her at all. She's like,
Yeah, but I had to
never,
specify because you weren't getting there.
yeah, like, yeah, let me break that down. She's like, you never seen me? I'm like, bro, I didn't pay attention to fucking kids. Like, I'm not worried about no fucking kid. Like, you
Right.
can't do nothing for me at no 17.
Nope.
You can't stay at my house overnight without your parents' consent. You ain't out of high school. We can't go nowhere. Like, I'm not fucking with no kid. Like, so I didn't pay you no attention because you was a kid.
Right.
And when I seen you was 21 and I'm 25. Okay, yeah. You're 21 years old. I'm 25. I'm this ball game. That's just that. But I'm not paying attention. I don't give a fuck about you ever like. I remember when I was like 20, I talked to a chick. You just see chicks. You see them in the mall. You bump into them,
Right.
and you talk to them. Within the first 5 seconds of a conversation, you realize you're talking to a kid. You like, all right, nah, never mind.
What happened to the question? How old are you? No one asked that question. How old are you?
I mean, even when
How
you
old are
ask, how many times you think a girl who was underage and she knew you were older, would they lie?
They lied all the time.
Now we got to start looking at context clues. And I know this is all in hindsight. I'm not saying that mistakes don't happen, bro. To say that a girl hasn't lied about her age I would be lying. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying too. It's the niggas who pick their girl up from school.
Yeah,
I've seen that in Philly. We didn't have school buses. You had to catch the bus. It's the girls who the dude will ride right up to the front, music blasting, tinted windows, and the 95 Maxima. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a 93 Maxima, and skirting off. And she's in 10th grade, maybe 11th. And that dude's a grown man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, those.
I seen that a lot.
I seen that shit too. I seen that shit all the time. I'd be like, yo, what are you? They wind up having kids, but I'm like, now you got this kid. By the time now you 40, you got this fucking your baby dad 60 years old. You got this old ass grandpa. You got this goddamn pop for a baby father. But you had your kid so young. Your kid's old, but their dad is even fucking old. Like their dad is their grandfather's age. Like I know if my wish at my daughter at 16 and some nigga pulled up my house music with a beard, and I'm like, yo, bro, how old are you? Let me see your license. I will fuck them up. That's the lack of fathers being in some of these girls' lives too.
Absolutely. Now,
yeah.
Have y'all ever came across? And we're gonna really dive into it because it kind of pisses me off. Have you ever got to the point where you talked to a girl and you was like, oh, she too young? Like she hit you with her age and you was like, I'm gonna let you bake for a little longer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the cutoff? Is the cutoff 18? Do you say, yo, when you 18, come see me? I'm talking about in your 20s because clearly we're all washed.
It depends. Like, when I was 18, at 18, my cutoff age was like 17. It was like 17, maybe maybe now 17 because I'm like 16. I can go to jail. That's what my thought process was. But
Nah,
as
I
I
just got
got
out of high school. We good.
yeah, but if I'm 20, it's like man, you got to be at least 18. You gotta be 18. Even now that I'm like, if I was 36, a girl be 18. I'm like, you my daughter's age. You fucking like you
Nah,
you're a headache.
nah, I can't do that.
Yeah,
I can't
Not
do
even
it.
that. You just a baby.
yeah.
Just a baby.
Right. What can me and you talk about other than you giving me what's in between your legs? And even with that, that's the weirdest thing ever. Why would I want that? That's what I'm saying. Like, I know y'all all see it. You got your daughter's friends, you got your, you know what I'm saying? And you like, yo, I would never even like, I don't even see them as those types of girls.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, yo, look at her. Nah, I don't look at her nothing. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't look at her nothing. She might as well be a stick figure.
Yeah, I was messing with an 18-year-old when I was like 20. I was like 23. And it
Yeah.
was the most pain in the ass thing in the fucking world. It was like, yo, I'm 23, 24. I'm and it's 23 or 20, nah, 23. Yeah, because I didn't even, I only had Kier. So I'm like 23. She's 18. She just graduated high school. I'm like, yo, this is annoying. Like, yo, we don't have nothing to talk about other than sex. It's like, yo, I don't even, you cool, but this, you just way too young for me. And then it wasn't even that big of an age gap. It was just like, yo, I'm on some other shit. I'm in clubs every night. I'm partying. I'm drinking.
You was mature, huh?
Yeah, I ain't mature, but I can't send her. I can't like, yo, I don't want to get out the car. Here go $20. Go get me a bottle real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Whereas as a girl messing with, she 21. I'm like, yo, boom, go get a bottle real quick. Go run to the store, grab something, so we can be out. You know what I'm
Girls at
saying?
18, then they didn't have their own damn car. Back
Nah.
then, it's like it's a big difference. We're
It
all
was
in our
definitely a big
30s
difference
now.
back then.
Yeah, and we're all in our 30s now, so we see the world different. It's like we would never do that, but I've seen it, and we've all got family members that got no show baby dads who was all older than them.
Yeah.
That shit killed me. That kills me to have a family, like to have people that you know with a no show baby dad, and the nigga was 15 years older, 20 years older. I don't understand that. Like, what are you doing as a person to go out and get a young girl pregnant and then you disappear?
He had to, or he's going to prison to get. He's going about to get pregnant.
Nobody was going to say that's the,
He's about
but
to
here's the
get
thing, yo, because it's so accepted and it's accepted in our, I ain't only gonna say in our community, but it's so accepted when the old dude do that people just call it a wash. Like, yeah, if he's around, if he stays around, that's a win. Meaning, if he stays around for the kid, that's the win. Nobody reports these dudes. Nobody.
But what would you say about people in other countries? That's their culture.
I was thinking the same thing.
I've seen it.
You got people in foreign countries. They once the girl has their period, they're considered a woman, and they can marry off to a man that's 40 years old. That's now like, what do you say to them?
You think it's cultural? I'm throwing it
It's been
to
because
the.
I mean, it was done in the United States a long time ago when they had just farms and shit, horses and shit. They used to marry women young back then too. They marry them young, and then that's
Elvis.
how they were able to have kids and you know what I mean, make sure that they could reproduce and shit like that because they looked at it as the older you were, the less of a chance you were going to be able to have kids. You know, having kids back then was a real big deal. You needed somebody to
Right.
be able to carry your legacy.
What do you think was the point when they said no, this is wrong? Like, and who decided it was wrong? Who decided it was wrong to mess with a woman underneath a certain age?
it had to be. It had to be.
And why did they decide that age?
It, most
It's a
likely,
good
I would
question.
guess it would be most likely. I guess this is just a guess. This is my opinion. It had to be a woman because I'm guessing. You know what I mean? A woman be like, look, I don't.
That
Most of
was
these women
sexist.
don't. Yeah. No, but listen to what I'm saying because it's like I'm marrying this old ass man. I don't want to be with this old man. I want to be with somebody around my age. You know what I mean? Because if a girl back then, say, in these cultures and others in other countries, you go marry this man that's 40 years old. Here you are, 14, 15 years old. You got all this life and energy ahead of you. Now you got this old, like I want to taking naps and shit. these kids at 15 is like, yo, I'm out in the street, I'm on my phone, I'm in TikTok, whatever. I got energy, I got life. I want to be outside, I want to do things, I want to interact with people. And let's be real. By the time she's say 15 years, 30, he getting up to 55, 60, shit start breaking down. You know what I'm saying? By the time she's in like her 30s and 40s, when she's in her prime to have sex, nigga, he's 70. That thing don't work no more. You got an old spaghetti noodle between your legs. That motherfucker, that bitch wouldn't get hard if you frozen in ice. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. what a what a vivid imagination you
I'm
have.
just saying. That motherfucker would get hard if you wrap that motherfucker in concrete. It's done. It's dead. That's
In
it.
concrete.
So, but I really would like. I mean, we could get our Googles out, but I really would like to
When
know though.
I Google that shit when they made it a legal age.
Yeah, and who decided the age? Because we all know that it's just wrong. But if you think about it, we kind of base it on high school, right? And what I mean with that is like before you're 18, which is when you graduate high school, you are a kid. Everyone considers you a kid. Kids say they're gonna throw all his kids out when they turn 18.
Here,
So
I got it, dog. You want to hear it?
yes.
The age of consent when a person is considered competent consent to sexual act. Hold on. The government was forced to propose a criminal amendment in Act in 1885, which raised the age of consent from 13 to 16 and clamped down on prostitution in the United States in the late 1880s. Most states set minimum ages. Most states set the minimum age to 10 or 12. In
Wow.
Delaware, it was 7 in 1895. Come on, dog. I wish a motherfucker would mess with my
that's just
7-year-old
that's
daughter.
just over
I
100 years
blow.
ago. That's
That's
just
what.
over 100 years ago. And then, with pedophilia, that just started coming into being like a disordered term in like the 70s or the 80s or some shit like that, because they never thought of it as pedophilia back then. It was just normal shit. But then as people, were going through the motions of them not wanting their younger kids to be married or be taken away, because that's normally, I mean, I would assume that's what would have happened. You have a young child, she gets married, boom, she's gone. That's
Mm-hmm.
it, he's gone. You know what I mean? Like, and I guess who knows how the family orientation is, who knows if they make visits, who knows how it goes back
Who
then.
knows if it's even
You
a
know what I mean? She
relative?
could, yeah, she could have got whisked away to a whole nother country, who knows, you know what I mean? But it didn't start actually having a name for it until around the 70s or 80s, and then it started
Nah,
becoming a
nah. I got
disorder
I
where
got I got
people.
it right here. 1920. The age of consent through the countries were apparently 10 to 12 through most of the 1800s. They then rose it to 16 or 18 by 1920, according to Mary Odom, Delinquent Daughters, protecting and policing adolescent female sexuality in the United States, 1885 to 1920. Yo, like,
That
dog,
puts a new spin, and I still stand firm on
how,
what I was saying.
how fucked up was America back then?
That puts a spin on things because let's say you argue the other side, which I will never, but I'm saying if you argue the other side and say, dog, they just arbitrarily did that back in 1920. I find the younger ones more attractive, right? What do you say then?
Who
Like you
finds
you get what I'm saying? What do
It
you
ain't the
say then?
20s no more.
who the
It
fuck?
ain't the
It ain't the
20s no
20s no
more.
more.
It ain't
Who
the
the
It
fuck?
20s.
ain't.
Who the
And
fuck?
I mean, not only that, but like, you finding someone physically attractive is not the same as the mental capacity that comes along with it. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? You taking someone that's anywhere from the age of 10 to 18 and you're a grown adult, your brain waves aren't going to match. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You might be able to have a good time with a person because they young, they vibrant, they want to go out and do things, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that you maybe used to do that you don't do as much anymore. But then when it comes to intellectual conversation or just having experience in life, they can't offer that. You know what I
No.
mean? They haven't been here long enough or done enough for them to be on the same level as you. So at that point, it's just a sexual thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not companionship at that point. You're just looking for some young pussy.
Real quick, what sick bastard? I'm a man. What sick bastard will find the legal age was 7? Will find a 7 or 10-year-old sexually attractive? You have to be fucked up in the head. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
yep.
And that's
Now I
when
can
they
see
started
you
coming
make,
up with the
but
with the term pedophilia,
Mhm.
and
I
they
can.
considered it as a disorder because how could you find something that
That
doesn't
was
even have its full sexual potential
Not
nowhere
at
near
all.
it to be, you know what I mean, to
that
be enticing at
because
all. You
because
know what
I
I
think
mean?
because my grandma was telling me like most slaves and everything back then didn't know their age or how old when they was born. It was like it was written down in the Bible, so they didn't know their birthdays. But I'm saying you wouldn't find a 7. I could see if you seen a 17-year-old girl well developed and you don't know, and you're like maybe 19 or 2021, but you see this overly developed 17-year-old. That's a mistake that can be made back then. But a flat chested, whatever, a kid that's not even
A
developing
baby.
sexually yet,
A
you find that
baby.
A baby.
attractive? A
A
baby.
baby. Because they're babies. I couldn't see that.
That's they fucking
Now
in my eye, they're fucking monsters. They was monsters back then. I don't even know why they would have to make a law. Like, come on.
now let's go back to 1890, right? And think about how we all know that the food we eat now, hormones and all that, makes a lot of stuff grow. Like it
Yeah.
makes a lot of stuff, you know what I mean, a little bit out of proportion. You have to go back to 1890. Them 17-year-olds was not looking like the 17-year-olds today where you can see a 17, 16-year-old and be like, she thick. I don't know how old she is. Back then, I feel like you knew
Yeah.
that they were young. You knew.
It was
You
just a sick.
knew.
It was a sick bastard. It was just a sick motherfucker. I was watching what movie? One of my favorite movies,
Rosewood.
The Quick and the Dead.
Oh, I don't know that.
Quick and the Dead with Gene Hackman, Leonardo DiCaprio. Who else was in that shit?
The
Russell
Quick and
Crowe.
the Dead.
Quick and the Dead. But it was a
Okay.
little girl. It was a little girl in there, and this old man was like always hounding her. You could the little girl like she was 12, and then he winds up having sex with the girl because she's considered like working at this house. It was nothing nobody in the town could do, but you know, luckily there was another. It was a woman in there. The Quick and the Dead character was her main character was the main character was a woman. Took his ass to the street. They had like an old western style, shootout. She put his ass down. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Because he must, which he should be. Like he fucking like is a kid. There's plenty of prostitutes around here. Go get. Why mess with a little kid?
Because that comes back to that. Like, let me ask you. Let me put another thing on there because I want this conversation to be a little bit more layered.
I'm about to say I got something for that too, but go ahead. I'm gonna let you go first.
If you're thinking right now, like, and I'm not arguing for that. I'm just saying, like, think about back in them days. Let's take away all of the preconceived notions, all of the things that we've learned about it being wrong. We know it's wrong more because it was like the 18 thing has been pounded in your head from when you were a kid. When you're 18, you can do this. When you're 18, you can do that. This, that, this, that, this, that. What if that wasn't there when you were alive in the 1890s and you were in your 20s and you seen a 15-year-old? What do? Are you a
Well,
guy that says, "Oh man, I like her because she got good birthing hips and she can take care of my crib like it's like you did what I'm saying?" I'm not saying that it's good. I'm saying like think about those guys back in the day.
them niggas did that to have dominance and power over a young
I can
mind.
definitely see that.
Because
Absolutely.
dog, I got 2 daughters. If I was born back then in 18 something, whatever, thank God I wasn't. I wouldn't deal with say. But I'm looking at my 7-year-old kid and how innocent my 7-year-old daughter is. And even at 15, how innocent my 15-year-old daughter is, how undeveloped they mind. Everything is
Mhm.
play and fun.
Right.
None of these, they're not thinking about families and all this other stuff and having kids. And so you're sick and you just want that power and that dominance over a young mind that you
I
can,
agree.
I got control over you. You know what I mean? You can't do it. You can't get a job. You can't, everything is
Can't do
through
nothing.
me.
I'm like your dad,
Yeah. That's
but in a gross way.
sick fuck. That's some sick fuck shit.
Absolutely.
Not only that,
Absolutely.
but they I they used to use the marriages as like contracts between families. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So your son marries my daughter. Now we're family and we'll own both businesses. We got a farm here, we got a farm there, or you got an industrial thing going on and we got this, and they combine their businesses
Right.
so it can branch out to make more money. It's a lucrative business.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? A scheme that is crazy. I think they do that a lot in like the Middle East and shit like that, right?
Your daughter's a slave.
Yeah,
Then
I mean, it's a
yeah,
your kid is a slave.
the
yeah.
kid's a bargaining chip, but
Now,
that's a fucked up
people
mindset to have. You about to ship your 15-year-old off to some dirty perverted ass 30-year-old man.
now there's people who are of age. I'm not going to, I don't know exactly, but there's people who are of age, like in the Indian culture, where they are married off more for business. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? But guess what? That 18-year-old daughter, because she could very well be 18, could marry a 36-year-old man. You get what I'm saying? And nobody bats an eyelash. They like, whatever. Even though when that dude was 18, she was a baby. You get what I'm saying? When you really start to peel back the layers on that. She was a baby when he was 18.
Man, listen. My thought process to them motherfuckers that be fucking with little kids like that, you can't satisfy a woman. And when if that girl gets older and you get older and she starts to cheat and get some real dick, somebody comes sling some meat in her age, she gonna look at you like you worthless, limp dick piece of shit. Like,
What if that's her culture, Kev? That's why I wanted us to go
If
a
it's
little
their
deeper and
culture,
not
it's their
Yeah,
culture
that's
slinging
what I'm
dick.
because
saying.
it's
Let's go a
They're
little
dangerous.
not
deeper
gonna
on it.
leave their husband
No, they're
if it's
not.
part of the
It's
culture.
dangerous.
It's just it. That's where they're at
It's
until their
dangerous.
husband dies.
It's dangerous because some countries, if you do not fulfill that contract, they have the legal right to kill you in some countries. That's why it's hard to be a woman. That's why I feel for women
It
out
is.
there
It is definitely
because
hard to be a woman.
it's definitely hard because women. A lot of people hate what I'm going to say, but I don't give a fuck. But
I
women
hate it
been.
already.
I know I'm going to say it because women have been treated like second class citizens damn near probably since the dawn of time because they're weaker than the male, sometimes weaker than the male species due to genetics and how our bone structure and our muscle mass is set up. They're taking advantage. Most of them was raped or whatever, or beaten or whatever. So they had it harder. That's why, for women out there, like it's easy for a man to move through life, whether you be a straight man or a gay man in these foreign countries, because if you don't want to get killed, because some countries they kill gay men, you can hide in the shadow and live your life in the shadows and nobody harm you. But the ones that don't have that fucking same women don't have that same luxury in them countries because they look at their women like second class citizens. So you can be spotted, you can be seen and be fucking tortured and do whatever. But that's just the thing, man. Like America's ain't gonna say it's fucking the perfect place or that they kind of somewhat get some shit right. You know what I mean? Let these women have some protection against themselves instead of them just being meat to be tossed out there to the slaughter. It's my opinion. So,
Smoked it. I don't know what to say
Yeah,
to that. That's
yeah. I mean,
there you go. He said some people are going to hate it. I don't know
yeah,
what you're talking about, buddy. I loved it.
yeah. I was like, I don't know why somebody would hate that. I
because
mean,
because
that's true. So
because the whole term we was talking about the L I forget
LGBTQ plus.
community earlier, and they hate the term of women and men. And I'm saying to myself, was like, listen, to my thought process, what that term is, women and men. Somebody just came up with a way to describe a person with different genitalias. They could have easily named this bowl and spoon. You know what I'm saying? Just a name. It's just a word.
You're a
It's just a
total
word.
spoon.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a word to describe. If I went to my kitchen and told you to go get me a cup, and you came back with a cup, and I told you, hey, no, that's a spoon, you'll be confused with you know what I mean? But you'll be confused with the situation. It's just words. It's just words that people put together to describe something.
Right.
the community
But
doesn't like the
yeah,
term man or woman. That's new to me. I'm sorry. I
with
didn't know
some
that.
people in there
It's
they
it's a
don't
thing.
non-gender specific.
Yeah.
They
It's
don't want
it's
to.
a thing.
It's a thing, and it's just like, listen, how I feel about it. It's just a way to describe It's just a way for me to look at something and identify it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I identify. I see black, I see black. I see white, I see white. I see blue, I see blue. I see a car, I see a car. I see a bird, that's a bird. Just a word. You know what I'm saying? It's just a
I
word.
respect people's opinions
I
and what they
respect.
do with
Yeah, I don't.
themselves and their preferences, but some of the shit that comes out of people's mouths is just fucking ridiculous. You know,
Outrage for the sake of
yeah,
outrage.
like it's clout chasing, bro. Like you've been calling people men and women your whole life till one day you're like, you know what? That's an unfair term to people. If you don't want to be called a man or a woman, that's fine. Whatever. Have yourself be called whatever. But to say that people shouldn't be called men or women, then what should they be called?
It's
Well,
that.
they
Go ahead.
also have the terms. I don't know if you ever heard of AMAB or AFAB, where they'll say like that means assigned male at birth or assigned female at birth. Like that's
And
kind of where it started. You know what I'm saying?
but that's what I'm saying.
That's the same thing.
You need words to
Yeah,
describe
but
It's the
shit.
same thing. It's
You
just a
need
word
words
to describe.
to
A
visualize.
female is a longer term. I mean, it's just another term for woman. A male is just another term for man.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So it don't.
that's where it started. I'm telling you, because
Sometimes I hate people.
it's about what they identify as now. Because like there's this I really want to remember the show. You know, everything I say come from shows, but
Hmm.
they have a specific they have a specific like where they meet like other gay people. Like the person was learning to be gay almost, right? Oh, it was Shameless,
Okay.
where Ian was going to meet like other gay people. He was messing with the trans man,
The boy, yeah.
yeah, and was going to meet other gay people, and then he had to learn how to address them. That's where I learned the AFAB, like the assigned male at birth, but they identify as they, like not
My,
he, not she, but they,
if you
or
if
vice versa.
if you come up to me and just say that to me, that's what I identify you of. You want to be identified as a woman? I know we know a a fab, what would you call it? A female at birth.
Assigned female at birth.
We know assigned males at birth that are females now. I don't. That's what you want to be. You want me to call you miss? I'll call you miss. I'll call you female. I'm not going to disrespect you. But at the same time, I'm just the terminology I'm using is terminology that's been used in this country for hundreds of years and other places hundreds of years. It's just whatever. People at one point in time, somebody had to look at a fruit and say to make another fruit, you need to mix two pollens. You need a female and you need the male to make more of this fruit. So they just say, hey, if I told you to go in the forest and go get a flower so we can make more fruit, and you come back with the same flower, no, I need a different flower. And you come back with the wrong flower, I'm like, I need the male flower, the one that looks like this. Oh, that's the male flower. That's what you need to make my fruit. Okay, we're gonna call that the male flower. So you know the male flower looks like this. Go get that, bring it back. Same thing with a man and woman. If I say, hey, let's go have kids,
I need
you
a man
need
and a
them
woman.
reproductive organs to make a kid. You need a male and a female reproductive organs to make a new life. There's no
Right.
other way of doing it.
That
Period.
I agree with that. See that don't force. See here's where the problem comes in at forcing it on other people.
Yeah.
Like me, like us three. If I wanted to be known as yo, just call me Superman, and you decide to like, you know what I'm saying? I identify as Superman, and you be like, yeah, no, that's Dre, he's Superman. Like you get what I'm saying? Whatever you do is it. But if you're telling me like, yo, you, even though I'm looking at you right now, and you're looking at me, y'all looking at me right now, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you know I'm a man. You're looking at me like, yo, you're a man, and I say, nah, yo, call me a woman. And you looking at me, you like, yo, you don't have no like nothing else about you. You just want to be called a
But I
woman.
don't give a fuck. That's what you mean call. I don't give a fuck. Long as if when I call you a woman, it doesn't blow up something innocent. You know what I'm saying? Or destroys. It doesn't cause harm to innocent. Don't give a fuck about that shit. That's what
but
you want to be called. Like that shit don't affect me.
but what
It
if
don't
I then
affect me.
say
What affects me is you targeting people because they don't have the same beliefs as you do.
that's what I was
Okay,
about to say?
we
If I
reach.
tell you call other men women too.
Yeah, yeah, get it. I
Right.
don't like that. That's when you're destroying other people's livelihood and their happiness. I respect you in your happiness. Respect me in mine. if you want to live a homosexual lifestyle, I respect that. I don't give a fuck. You happy? Be fucking happy. If I
Mhm.
want to live a heterosexual lifestyle, you should be equally happy for me.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? If you don't feel comfortable as a homosexual dealing with the opposite sex in a dealing with the opposite sex in a sexual way, in sexual manner, I will not force that on you. But in the same token, don't force that on me. Let
That's
me
it.
do what's let me do what I feels comfortable, and I do what can feel comfortable with you. Let's just have a mutual understanding of each other, how humans supposed to be. Listen, I don't like a racist, but look, you don't like black people, fuck it. Okay, I know you don't like black people. I ain't gonna
Not
fucking
my
talk to
job
you.
to convince you.
Yeah, I ain't my job to convince you to like me, and I ain't gotta talk to you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me nothing offensive. I would never call a gay person nothing offensive to their face. Just the same way I wouldn't want a racist to call
To
me
their
anything
face.
racist to my face. You get what I'm saying? You
Right.
keep your belief system over there. I keep my belief system over here. We don't have to mix. It's cool. Do you?
That's it. That's that, and I agree 100%. I agree 100%. If I listen, we used to be called colored.
Yeah.
You know, I was called colored like let's see, what was that? Maybe 7 months ago. I was called colored.
We in Florida.
I
No,
was not in Florida seven
New
months ago,
Jersey.
Kev.
And
Yeah,
how did you did you correct the person?
nope. She was no, I'm sorry. She didn't call me colored. So this 80-year-old lady, and she was talking about I was, doing her house, and she was talking about how her mailman, it was something like that, or like the Amazon guy was a nice guy, but she referred to him as colored.
That color fella was a nice guy.
Literally, she said colored fella. He was a colored fella.
He
And you sit
kind
there, you like, imagine trying to tell her, hey, we're not called colored. She gonna be like, I've been calling y'all colored for 80 years. That's just what I know you as. I don't mean any disrespect by it, but that's what I know you to be. I have no color. I'm a, I'm a sun dodger. You have color.
and
You're a
she was
colored fella.
if she hit you with like, I apologize, I didn't mean to offend you, but that's how I rough. You probably be like, all right. Now she said that Nick, I got a nigger.
Someone might say nigger.
Nah, don't see.
Negro. Excuse me,
They can
Negro.
say Negro, but you
Can
can't
they?
go. You wouldn't go into a group in like a gay bar or something. You hanging out, and you wouldn't go in there and say, "Hey, what's up?" The F word to him. You wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Hearing a nigga say "What's up, my F word" is hilarious, though.
Don't do it, dog.
No, I mean a gay man saying, "Yo, what's up,
To
my
another gay man.
what's up, my F word?" I would
That's
die laughing.
but that's their term.
But that's
They
their term. I would
that's their term. They
cry.
have it. You
What's up,
can't
my
say
F
it.
word?
Yeah, they can say it, but I can't say it. It is cool.
Yo, if I was gay, I would definitely do that and try to make it a thing. Yo, but
I
my F
remember
word,
Styles P
listen.
had a song
Yo, my F
that
word,
was built
listen.
around that word.
Yeah, kill. Yeah, I listen.
Yeah,
to that
yeah,
song, like, ooh, yeah. I'm like,
Yo,
but it
and he's
wasn't
not
like
talking about gay people at
I
all,
remember
but
he's not talking about gay
He's not.
But
Yo, I remember that.
yeah,
Oh
that
my
was my shit
God.
too.
Kill that. Oh man.
What?
yeah. So it's
Wow.
like it's just different, man. It's just like I said,
It's definitely
we're in
different. It's different
It's
times.
crazy.
it's 2020. It's 2022. I don't like I tell everybody, live your happiness. Long as you don't harm nobody while you're living your happiness, I don't care.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I don't give a fuck. The better you are happy, the less I gotta hear your bitching problems. You come with me all positive energy. What you doing in life? Bring the positive on over.
Bring the positive, brother. That's it.
We out
Yo,
this
and
bitch.
that's the word from the men, man. We out. That's the word from the
We out.
men.
Have
Man
sex,
talk
have sex tonight.
with who you
Plentiful.
choose.
You made it so weird.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, peace.
Peace,
We
my
out.
word.